Everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare, episode 57 with me, Sid, and I'm actually just stood up here admiring. It's, you know, I often don't think we do this enough, you know, to just sit back and look at what you've built, and also the fact that there appears to be no carrots or beetroots left in the fields, which is annoying, especially for carrots, because the piggies will want the carrots. However, on the last stream we built that, which obviously has some windmill blades on it which aren't rendering right now, but we have to go and why though? Oh, I need to go and sort that, don't I? Okay, we'll do that later. But yeah, oh, hello. I unlit some areas as well, obviously, which led to a few troublesome tykes getting in there. Ow! I meant to do that, honest. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Let me very quickly just address this while we get our space fixed. Because needless to say, I don't want to have to fight things off around the area. Would be counterproductive while I'm trying to actually do things. Now I did also, after the stream, come in here and I created these 2 stacks of them. We've got lots and lots of space. So right now the windmill does need a little bit of firming up and detailing. It's still, you know, quite basic and ironically also empty without a door and any kind of windows in it, but that's fine. We'll get that done this episode as well. But what we need to do to start off is to get in here with this stuff and basically expand some of this terrain out, because I want to make some big barley fields here for no other reason I should say than that's what I want. So, you know, that's what I'm having, because it's my world. And what I will do is I'm going to leave this dip in a little bit, and because I don't want to completely landscape and just flatten everything here. It is a case that I would like to bring this round somewhat. Oh damn you, get out. Right, there we go. Go around here and then kind of connect back up over here, perhaps like so. That'll give us that, and then I've left that, I've kind of sculpted that down a little bit, and over here we're going to fill in this area, take these trees out. I'm going to fill in the hole at the other side as well. We're going to have a path come through. Let me just try and find there is a place. Trying to remember, not here. Okay, where is it? There's a cave somewhere around here that I want to incorporate into this build. No, but this is not it. That's just a lakey thing. It must be over here somewhere. It's very easy to forget what you've got and what you haven't. Or maybe I've completely barking up the wrong tree and I don't actually have any of that anymore. Maybe I don't. Okay, does not matter. Right now what matters is we are going to fill in a lot of this terrain, and we are going to have that on so we can at least see where we're going. This is going to all come out as well, but we'll do that later. Let me get this filled in, and again I'll be back in a moment. Alright, well, we have got a very large area of garden. This is actually full. I've whacked a bit of carpet in so I can get in and out. I don't want the villagers to be able to get in and out, however. I do want some of you. I don't need you. I want you. I don't need you. I do want you. I definitely don't need any of that. In fact, let me just check whether I can get those in here first, because what I can get in there doesn't have to go in there. Yeah, I would like one of you, and I've got everything else except bone meal, which which is there. So I did raise up a little bit in the ground. We are going to stick some kind of terrain in here, and my first thought is I actually need to go and grab a little bit more ordinary dirt. I just realised, and I also need to go and get some water. And I just remembered I just destroyed that infinite water source like an idiot, and I've also blocked in that piece of water over there. One day I'll remember to do things sensibly. But until that day, we'll just have to make do with my my dirt brain. Okay, you can go up there. Right. So, in terms of the actual garden area, we're not going to have it just constant. We are going to put a few breaks in there, a few bits where there will be some weeds. I might even put some ordinary grass in. Just, you know, we'll get this sorted so it looks okay. Now we can't easily do that in here because this helpful little devil here will obviously harvest all of that. So that's an issue. It's not a major issue, but it is an issue. First things first. Infinite water source. Let's get that put back in. Boop. And a little bit of that. With a little bit of that. One of them, that's good. And then I just wanted some ordinary dirt. Get up. Thank you. So we're going to have some wheat up here, but it's not going to be all wheat. What we're going to do is we're going to pop you down like this, and then we're going to get a bit of this going on with maybe a little bit of podzol. We can stick a little bit of coarse dirt in as well, there and there. Like so. And have I actually even got, just a stupid question, have I actually, is that my, what are you, tools, you are, I have got my diamond hoe, excellent. So my diamond hoe can come out from here, and that will hydrate 2 that way, 3 that way, and 2, 3 that way, and 2, 3 that way. So again, we can get this put in and part of the terrain. That's not a problem. Yeah, then we'll just, and that's hydrated from under here. But the nice thing is, what we can do then is I'm going to stick a tree on that at the top of that. So that works. I would like to replace you with that. What are you? Your dirt. I don't, again, any point where you can see grass. Oh damn it! Underneath, or potentially grass underneath, it needs to go, because you know I don't want that line of stuff. Now we are going to need to go and grab another bucket because I've inadvertently broke that. I also need a little bit of cobblestone or some unnatural, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Some unnatural block. No, yeah, I suppose a bit of terracotta, that'll do. Doesn't matter as long as it's not dirt. That's the main thing. Or podzol or any of the you know, usable stuff. Oh damn. Right, we'll go around and just re-hoe the bits that have, that's not gonna make any difference. That should dry out and go. Right, so then if we take a piece of dirt and pop that in there, and then take some coarse dirt and pop that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and whack down our sapling. whack down our sapling. We should be able to get a giant oak tree with a bit of luck. Come on. Come on, you know you want to. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we'll come back in with you. We'll take that out, and we'll place that in there, and just a bit of dirt there. Oh, and of course, all of that goes. So that kind of gives us a little bit of stuff going on, and obviously we can take this, maybe stick a hive here. I should just bring a whole load of stuff with me, shouldn't I? So basically we're going to make this look more like a natural field. Lots of hives, lots of bits lighting it up, just to generally get it done, and we'll put some, as I say, some weeds in as well for good measure. But I'll get that done. Be back in a second. All right, just a quick update. I'm kind of filling out, so you can see I've got this. This has got barley on it. I've got water sources here. I've got a water source under there. As many hidden water sources as I can manage, really. Now the water sources under here are actually, so for example, this one. If you go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the water source is actually underneath this block. So I'm using the elevated land to hide water sources as well. There's also a water source under that bit of wall which extends it out here. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can hide water. I'm leaving bits in, and in here where I don't want the system to pick it up, I'm basically popping down coarse dirt and some podzol, so you get patches, but they won't have weeds on them. I can't put anything on them because the harvester will try and harvest it, best as I can tell anyway. So that's where we're at, and I need to obviously continue this out as and when bits get done. I'm kind of, you know, taking areas and seeding them with the relevant, well, with barley. There is only one seed going in here. But what I really think we'll have at the end of this is a big golden field of barley overlooked by a windmill. Now I don't want to spend too much time fighting with this, because this is, I mean, let's face facts, this is just decorative anyway. It has no real function in the grand scheme of things. But as I get these filled out, I'm going to get this all done. We'll get rid of all of these torches. The torches on the outside, all of this stuff we'll hide accordingly, and we'll kind of landscape at least all around this bit, maybe not up to there yet. So yeah, we're getting there steadily, but again, back in a bit. All right, this has taken a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we have got a wheat field, well, a barley field technically, but you know, and it's all done. There's lots of beehives in here because the bees can go around pollinating the grasses and all of the flowers and whatever. There's rationale for my reasons, but not necessarily particularly good ones. And we'll take you out and we'll pop a bit of that there. I just want to get some, not all of these, to have some nice bits of long grass sticking out, and in other places we're going to pop down, and some we'll just leave blank, you know. But if we can get away with just a few bits and pieces, I also need, doesn't matter, that'll not do any damage, but we can throw in a few plants, get a few bits and pieces down like so, and there, and just work our way around, make this look, you know. Oh, hello. Wonder whether I can, no. Let's take you out then. We'll pop in a ordinary block, and we'll even going to stick a bamboo in, because why not? It's like self-set. It's going to tower up, isn't it, obviously, but That's fine. We're not going to go mad. But we might go a little bit crazy. There we go. Pop a little bit of colour in. We got all sorts of goodies, and you see he's wandering off, getting lost. Where are you going? I mean, seriously, man, that's the long way around. Oh well, it's your life, not mine. So yeah, I've got a lot of decorating to do around here now. That's the next thing. I also, as I say, need to come around in such ways as to ensure I don't trample any crops too much. This is now filled again. It did completely hold all of the blocks I put in, so unless I put light blocks or something in, this bit's going to be pretty much solid. So yeah, that is a thing, but there you go. What can you do? So a little bit of you around, and just general Barley. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, artificial stupidity at its finest. I'm curious as to where he thinks he's going to go, because if it's night time, the gates should be shut. I need to get rid of all these torch spam as well. Maybe they're not. Maybe the gates are open. Maybe things are backwards. It doesn't really matter. I am very tempted to. In fact, I think I will disable the gates on this one as well, just because, you know, we can, and it's easy enough to re-enable them. Just stick that blob of redstone back in, you're fine. But they don't really need shut every night, especially not with the necromancer coming, or not coming, as the case may be. Anyway, I need to get some plants, so I'll do that, and I shall be back with you in a little while. Alright, that's it as far as the groundwork is concerned. It's all in, it's all lit. I've thrown a few bamboos in, not too many, but enough to be self-set and just to give that little kind of sense of disorganisation. I might throw a few in this corner down here when I just come and landscape this area around here, but I'm really happy with that. Now, I think I've only been going about 15 minutes, so we've got time to now work on the actual, well, the landscaping around here and the windmill. But only been recorded about 15 minutes. I've actually been going for about 3 hours, or 3 or 4 hours now, just for this thing. But I'm happy with it. It's got lots of hidden water sources, so we're not, you know, too patterned and scattered. We've got, you know, plenty of tall grass in there. Yeah, now we need to work on that thing. Pardon me. So we need to just get a little bit of work done, I think, around here, just to get. I think I've got rid of most of the torches, but you know, there's a little bit to do. I'll only take it as far as here, and then obviously we've got to do some landscaping up and around these areas as well. And we need to work on the actual mill, finish it off, because it's still a little bit blocky for my taste. So first things first, let's get this bit landscaped. I'll grab a few bits. We're definitely gonna, well, we definitely don't need half of this dirt, although we probably will want the pods on and stuff. We'll need that later, but not for this. We'll take what little bit of that left we've got, and maybe just a few. We'll take some oak leaves and some spruce leaves. We definitely need more bone meal. Yeah, we'll take some of them, some of that, half of that, some of that, and some of that. That will probably get us where we want to be. A little bit of fungus, and we'll take some stinkhorns. Everything's better with stinkhorns, and some lily of the valley. That's good, and a stack of bones. And that is pretty much all we're going to need for this, because obviously we are going to make sure it's lit. We're going to lose the torches. which in their own right will require me to come up with an alternative lighting, which, you know, for the sake and purposes is coarse dirt. Coarse dirt light. We'll get rid of you, and I'll throw in a bit of bush and a little bit of the old, I think, as I say, a little bit of bamboo over there, and I'll be back in a sec. All right, working on the mill now. I've just gone and popped some walls just to give that a little bit of support and sturdiness and decoration there. That needs to be a light block. They're leaving. They'll probably not be very safe, but they're leaving. That, by the way, is all the barley I took out, and I had to and it's now ready again. But I'm not really desperate for barley. I mean, you can use it to make bread, and bread's alright as a food, I suppose. But there really isn't a use for it. I must find out what the difference between, because olive oiled really doesn't seem, as far as that's there, to make any difference. So I must double check that one day. One day when I'm actually even remotely interested. Right, we definitely need to go and, first things first, get rid of that. We should be good to pick these up, and we can fill this in a little bit. And oh dear, that's not quite what I had in mind, but it's all right. I'm going to kind of flesh this out because we're going to have a path that comes from the gate straight down, so I need to kind of do a little bit of landscaping here, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. More concerned about getting these fields and this thing looking good. So we got that. Now we definitely want to put some depth into these, and we have got, let me get the right thing, I think that's the one. We did bring these for the windows, which have to be put in from the outside, of course, because reasons. Right. Oop. And line there, and then this one can go in there. So that kind of finishes that up nicely. We need a floor in there, which is going to be, I'm not entirely sure. What have we got? I haven't got a huge amount in the way of actual timber things. Let's go with some ironwood slabs, because I can always place them down top up, can't I? Now we do need to be a little bit careful, because in a moment you'll see why. No, it's not careful. I mean, it's careful is probably the wrong word. But there is one of my hidden water sources. So yeah, that's a thing that just needs to obviously remain there and not get filled in, because that is hydrating the blocks on the other side of that wall. It's amazing actually how easy it is to hide water in this game. You know, you see these things in the fields are just absolutely snidered out with, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Detail, with water, with dots of water, and it's like you don't really need to worry that much about them. Now up there we're going to need to put a door, and it's not going to go on that. We're going to have to. I've got a little bit of spruce, so we can. I can never remember whether it will go on an upside down stair, won't it? So if I. And I've got no. Yeah. Got none of them, but it will definitely go onto that on those. So, or at least I'm fairly certain it will. Seriously? I honestly thought that would. Fine. Bag it off then. We'll just have to go on a solid block, and you can be awkward. I think I know. No, I'm fairly certain it should go on a top-facing slab. I just think we need to be up in the air. Which kind of, I suppose, makes a degree of sense. I can't apply it to the side there. Yeah. Alright, fine. I was beginning to doubt whether I think I'd lost my mind there to some degree. Now, I did want some sprucey fencing, but that's not going to happen right now. Now, what we need to think about is what I want to do with this millstone. Well, with this, because we don't really want that going all the way in. Now, what would make a lot more sense would be another junction. In fact, let's try that out, shall we? I think I should be able to do this from underneath. So if we place you there, and we place you there, we should be able to turn that around. Like so, and then we should be able to bring you this way, and that is still connecting. That needs one more of those. You are going to connect going up like that, and we need you to come on. Come on, you git. Right, you are turning around on that axis there. Now, what happens if I... Alright. Ancient Warfare and its particularly picky system of connecting. There you go. You get there eventually. Oh yeah, of course. Except of course I do need to go one down. Damn it. Anybody who spotted that, well done. So we're going to need to place you there with you going... Oh man, hang on. There and there. Right, that's okay. Probably easier to take most of this floor out, won't it? Because I also need more of that. That will come back this way. That will go on there. That will go on there. All hidden. Excellent. Wonderful work. So that means now I can attempt to make a mill wheel in here, and we can also put in... I'm wondering whether to go with it. Let me just have a look. How stupid does this look? Oops. I don't think it looks stupid at all, actually. I think it's actually quite a reasonable thing to have in there. Now maybe would we have let me think. I don't really want stairs, so I am tempted to take you out, put another one of those in there, and then we'll maybe, let's see if we can get away with this. That can go in, and then we can throw some of this in. No? Oh, it does. It did work. Okay. Right, good. That goes in there. That kind of comes around the whole space there. Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked, doesn't it? And again, need illumination up here because although having naked flames in a windmill would be the last thing that they would really do. But that's fine. We got the thing going down. That's coming all the way down there. We got to still do some decoration out here, but we're starting to get a kind of a thing going on. Let's get down here and pop that lot away. Right. Now, millstone is usually some kind of sedimentary sandstone thing. Let me double check and work out what the right stone is for that. But back in a second. Alright, so by all accounts, millstones were sedimentary, usually either a sandstone, a limestone, or some variation of the things. The bottom stone was stationary. I need more of that then, don't I? Or do I? No, let's go with that. Now, the bottom stone was always stationary. Now we can't obviously hide that bit in the middle, but we can come in with at least a reasonable facsimile of a stone around the edge here. Now that's okay. Let's go and even make it slightly rounder. I'm happy enough with that so far. And I mean, we could go even one stage further and make it rounder still, but I think that's, if we were to do that, I suppose that is more round. It is rounder, isn't it? I mean, that side looks rounder than that side, so yeah, we'll go with that for now. Hey, hello. It's a little bit cramped. The only drawback when you start doing something with builds like this is they do get a little bit on the claustrophobic side. I think that is enough. Now what I would like to do then is go up on top of that and do another layer. Now that would be the stone that's going to be spinning. I don't know whether I've got enough of this yet, we'll find out. And then we can again do the same here. Yeah, we need a little tiny bit more. Got plenty. I think, in fact, I think one block will be enough. Because the next thing we're going to do is cut some away to make it look like two separate stones. And to do that, I'm just going to go in, hang on a second, there. No. Nope. So if we do this on this level and that level, that will, well, I'll see what it looks like after I've done one. And we'll take it from there. But that is reasonably straightforward. Gives us a nice millstone effect. Well, I personally think it does anyway. Hang on, no, that was not right. There. Okay, let me finish this off. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, a little bit more work to do outside, but I've just been and got some of the decorative items for inside, and gotta be said, I am really liking this area now. It don't have to be said, I'm just saying it, you know. And I cleared most of the garbage out in here, so what we've got is, well, we can stick the keys to the mill, they can go on the wall there. You know, we need to, tidy mill is a sign of a tidy mind and all that good stuff. We've got some sacks of barley, which we can we can just get in around the place like that, and obviously the other half of the produce is sacks of flour, which we will liberally scatter around. Outside we've got room to put that. That's just a little bit of everyday, and maybe even one of those. Oh no, not coal. I thought that was an empty wheelbarrow. We'll fix that later. These potential, I kind of work that back a little bit. This here I want to get rid of. I don't think we need it anyway, and we can come around. Not there. Oh, that's a pain. Hate the wall. The fact that walls just connect to everything. It's just like give them half a chance, and they are. Yep, I'm connecting to that. Let's just take that one out. Pop that there. You can even pop one like that. I'm using thatch rather than wheat because, to be honest, it looks nicer. So I think that works for here. And then, oh, maybe not there though. Maybe you need to go there. Got to, yeah, observe health and safety because we don't want to get people getting caught up in that. I mean, we've got a few bits and pieces. I brought some. I don't know whether. Problem is, you see, that won't really work because things. We don't really actually need much of anything up here. We can just put a little bit of thatch up, maybe just double check that, make sure we haven't created a spawn spots. We haven't. I think that's probably it for in there. Now out here we've still got all of this to do, and we also need to do some work. If I can just get myself out, we need to do some work on this. This desperately needs a little bit of TLC. Now I think what we'll start off with is that, but we do need to get ourselves up a little bit higher. There we go. So I think that will help straight away on all four corners because it'll kind of round the structure off. These, I'm still not sure what to do about that. I may do something with this, make it a little bit thinner, but that it's just too fat, and I really don't. Well, we'll come back to that. Let's just deal with one job at a time, shall we? Oops, hello, there. So we should be okay to do that. And then we can take this in as well. So I'm thinking of maybe even taking a strip off the corner here. But we'll see how we go. We just really need to, again, give this a little bit more dimension. So, for example, if we were to do that, and then maybe just take it to there and then there, it kind of, ooh, hello. Oh no, that's fine. Well, in which case we can do that, can't we, as well? But that will immediately smooth that back a wee bit. And then if we were to go with a plane and just take two off here, we'll leave that because obviously that needs to be there. But we can do most of this, I think, from here without having to faff around with scaffolding, which would be good. I think I might take, if I had I don't think I've got any, I might have one bit of of spruce. If I have got, we're all right. Anyway, let me just finish off just shaping this, and I've got a few more bits and pieces I want to try and throw on the outside just for effect, but I think just a couple in, that's all it needs. And I'm going to have a look at that thing as well, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, and that is that. I've done a little bit of work around the side as well, but let me show you. So you can see we've got the shape of the windmill is just a little bit more rounded, not a lot, but just enough to make a difference. The foliage is starting to come in. Obviously the bamboo has done its work, and I left that fairly thing, but kind of shrunk the top bar. I thought it was the top bar that was really too thick. So yeah, we can get that, and there we go. That's our thumbnail. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next stream. Till then, bye for now.